Hello, and welcome to the first Arizona Cat's Eye radio broadcast. I'm Harrison Moreno. Arizona Cat's Eye is usually a TV program produced by journalism students at the University of Arizona, but the coronavirus pandemic changed our reporting, so we moved it to a radio show. As the COVID-19 pandemic continues, people around the world are wondering when their lives will return to normal. As Renee Torres Cook reports, that is especially true for college graduates who are ready to launch the next chapter in their lives.
All around the country, universities have closed their doors, businesses have reduced their hours, and safety concerns have restricted people's means of transportation.
Just like my life feels like it's on pause, and I'm just like going through the motions of every day, but like I can't go on with my real life.
For University of Arizona junior Jillian Parenti, the coronavirus outbreak has pushed her to her limit.
Like, I won't watch anything about it. I won't read things about it. I have it muted from like my Twitter and my Facebook feed. Like, I don't want to hear about it. I just literally want to pretend it's not happening because I probably would just cry every day.
Many students are asking themselves, what happens next? Sydney Bradley from Redmond, Washington, says she's too scared to go home.
The virus is really bad in Seattle, and everything is closed like to a way worse scale than it is here. Also, my mom is 60 and has diabetes, so she's a way higher risk.
Right now, her biggest concern is how to pay bills. Sydney works as a tutor at UA, but with the shift to all online classes, tutoring has moved to online as well, and her hours have been cut back by more than half.
Which is a big burden on me because it's all the money I have, and so now it's going to be a lot harder to pay for like electricity bills and utilities, which I have to pay for myself. And especially since we're home all the time now, those bills are about to be like way higher than usual.
Not only has COVID-19 had an effect on students' current plans, but senior Haley Nessie is wondering how all of this will affect her in the future.
I'm currently trying to move to California area, Southern California area, and I know like applying for jobs with this virus going on, a lot of companies have paused their hirings.
Jillian feels her generation is being overlooked during this pandemic and is tired of being treated as if this time will have no effect on her life.
Like, people are like, who cares about your life? Like, care about the people who are dying and stuff. I'm like, no, because like at the end of the day, we deserve to be selfish. Like, it's my life too, and my life is getting completely ruined because of it as well.
For Arizona Cat's Eye, I'm Renee Torres Cook.
As the coronavirus spreads through Arizona, many people who use public transportation daily wonder what precautions bus companies are taking to keep them safe. SunTran has over 250 buses in Tucson and transports over 15 million people a year. Since the coronavirus outbreak, SunTran has been making numerous changes for the safety and the health of their passengers.
The coronavirus spreads like flu, and so the main thing that we can do on buses is disinfect all of our high-use common area surfaces. It's like any handle, any grab bar, the pull cords that you use to announce to the driver that you're getting off the bus.
That was SunTran spokesperson Pat Richter. He also mentioned buses are disinfected with a fogger machine that is industrial-grade disinfectant, killing any germs or viruses. Nogales, Arizona is a small town on the Mexico border located in Santa Cruz County. As of now, there have been 65 reported cases of COVID-19 in the county. At the start of March, businesses in Nogales started taking precautions for the well-being of the community. For example, stores started limiting the amount of contact customers had. Armando Ramirez, an employee at Watermart, talked about the precautions his job are taking to protect customers.
Watermart employee Armando Ramirez says the following. We are taking precautions that the health department has given us, such as washing our hands, maintain tables and products clean, not have more than 10 people inside the store at once, try to avoid people who come in the store who may be sick, and take care of our health.
Stores in the area like Walmart have added more sanitary options for the customers, such as offering hand sanitizer and providing disinfecting wipes. One thing that has not changed with the COVID-19 pandemic is construction. 4th Avenue is undergoing major changes as construction begins on a multi-story housing project. The Union on 6th project is on the corner of 4th Avenue and 6th Street. Once completed, the structure is set to have 250 apartments. The building should open by early summer 2021. Tucson streets will start seeing a major facelift in the coming months thanks to Prop 101 that Tucson voters approved in 2017. The half-cent sales tax increase has already raised over $50 million to improve Tucson streets. 60% of the money will go towards major streets, while the remaining 40% will be used to improve neighborhood roads. Tucson City Councilman Steve Kozachik says the actual number of lane miles that this money will go towards improving will depend on the condition of the roads.
If you're doing 50 roads that all they need is a chip seal, you're going to get a whole lot more lane miles than if you're doing 5 roads that need a complete rebuild. So there's no real answer to how many lane miles the money that we've raised so far will cover.
So far, 42 lane miles have been improved, with another 35 currently under construction. The Prop 101 sales tax increase will continue until July 2022. Road construction down Broadway can cause drivers headaches, but what about the small businesses that reside in the middle of the construction? The owner of A1 Watch and Clock Service, David Quackenbush, has seen a major decline in business since the construction started and expects at least a $5,000 loss in sales this year, but he's also glad the road is finally being fixed.
Everybody has something to say about it. Usually it's not necessarily negative, but just we're glad they're fixing it. Was really the most important thing, is that they finally got around to fixing it. And it has taken a while, but I think everybody is realizing that it'll be great when it's done.
The Broadway Road construction is set to be completed by late 2021. Recent developments with the coronavirus have caused events across the United States to be canceled or postponed, and that includes the Tucson Festival of Books. Tents had been pitched all over the University of Arizona's Mall and Student Union in preparation for the 2020 Tucson Festival of Books, and just as soon as they were put up, they were taken down. Every year since 2009, the Tucson Festival of Books has taken place, but due to the outbreak of COVID-19, this year's festival was canceled. Closing a large-scale event takes time, effort from multiple parties, and information. Andy Shatkin, one of the co-chairs of the steering committee for the Tucson Festival of Books, says it was a difficult decision to cancel the festival.
Since nobody's been through this before on this kind of a scale, it really was a process to arrive at decisions that needed to be made, because it was just so out of the realm of anyone's knowledge.
Her husband and other co-chair Stuart Shatkin says not everyone understood the decision.
It was a correct decision because the feedback, because early on it was, oh, gee, disappointment. Within a very short period of time, we were getting accolades, not us, the festival,
that we did
for making
the
the
right
right
thing.
decision.
Both Stuart and Andy said other organizations with events planned reached out to them to ask questions about how they came to their decision. The event was the beginning of a campus-wide cancellation of in-person classes, moving them to online for the remainder of the semester. So, what do the students think of the festival getting canceled and the campus moving to an online in wake of the rising concerns over COVID-19? UA junior Brenda Contreras believes that everyone should take all the necessary precautions, but expressed concern that it could have an effect on students' academics moving forward.
Not everybody can do online classes. And I just think financially it puts a lot of people in a hard spot.
The university announced all classes would be moved online for the remainder of the semester and gave students the option to pass-fail their classes to minimize the effect on GPA. The university also encouraged those living on campus to move off if possible, but the dorms remained open for those who needed to stay. Most of the buildings and departments at the university closed down for people to work remotely from home, but services like Campus Health remain open. As for the festival co-founder and board member Brenna Vinner in an interview said that the loss of the festival would cause a $3 to $4 million loss to Tucson's economy. However, organizers say it will be back for 2021. The canceling of the Tucson Festival of Books eliminated a unique opportunity for local authors to interact with the community. James Parisi has more on how authors reacted to the cancellation.
It's been over 2 months since the Tucson Festival of Books was canceled. The festival draws over 100,000 people a year, pumping millions of dollars into the local economy. And the festival's impact doesn't stop there. Some of the biggest draws at the event are multiple panels and book signings featuring local authors. One local author who is scheduled to be part of the event for the first time is Brent Miller, who says the event provides indie authors, self-publishing authors, with a rare opportunity to show off their books to large audiences.
I've done quite a few book signings at things like Bookman stuff, but I'll spend the day and talk to 10, 20 people, which is incredible and appreciated. But, to do something on the scale of thousands of people wandering around is something that is surreal.
Miller says this event does a lot for indie authors trying to get their foot in the door.
It really is just a networking opportunity, a marketing chance. It's an unparalleled and unrivaled way to get your work out there and, get to interact with similar-minded individuals.
While any author who planned on attending the event was affected by the canceling, Miller believes it affects indie authors like him the most.
For people who are established or who have had, who have publishing companies that are really pushing them, they might have book signings that have this many people just for themselves, and that's the dream to get there for everyone. But yeah, for people who are just getting started, we don't really get a lot of chances like this.
Local author Gail Gibbs was going to be a part of the festival for the second time, and she agrees with Miller about what the Festival of Books means for local authors.
For the indie author like myself, it's an excellent way to introduce ourselves to potential readers and the public in general.
Author A.J. Kohler says he was devastated by the festival's canceling.
Well, it's a major disappointment to me. It's really my primary marketing effort locally.
Kohler says he's been to numerous book events around Tucson, and none of them come close to the impact of the Festival of Books.
Bluntly, I haven't sold a thing at any of them ever. And of course, watching the people around me, not very many people seem to be having much success there anyway.
Even though the canceling of the Festival of Books hurt many local authors, the consensus among these authors is that the decision was the right one.
Any event you have right now is dangerous, or risky. So I think they did the right thing.
For Arizona Cat's Eye, I'm James Parisi.
And that's it for this edition of Arizona Cat's Eye. For more news stories, visit our YouTube channel at Arizona Cat's Eye. I'm Harrison Moreno. Thanks for joining us.